Look to real men on advice on how to be a man, or when you come across stumbling blocks that men or young boys come across in their process of growing from a boy to a man, make sure that you are seeking the game or getting the advice from a true man, not a false man. Terrell Morgan, my upbringing as a man, and how has my upbringing shaped me as a man? It played a real big part, man, because as we all say, we know that each individual becomes a product of his environment or something what he was derived from, whether it's the people that are around him or the places that he come from. I was born in Los Angeles, California. I was raised between New Orleans, Louisiana, Montgomery, Alabama, and Detroit, Michigan. Went to mortuary school in Chicago, did undergrad at Alabama State University, grad school at LSU. Came from a good house, a good solid family that was very big on education. There was a lot of more women in the family than men. The few men that I did have, they were amazing, man. But a lot of my male teaching and how to be a man, first of all, came from an amazing stepfather that I was blessed with. And the other side of that, male figures in the family, but the streets. Streets played a big part in my raising and my come up. Not so much as the foolishness of the streets, but the realness of the streets. So I think that it has molded me to definitely be who I am today, what I am today. I like to if I had to tell somebody about who I am and what I am a man. I stand firm as a man. I try to treat others as I would like to be treated. I give respect. I think that as a man, you should always give respect. I heard someone say that a person got to earn their respect. Well, I'm a firm believer that respect is given, trust is earned. You don't have to know anybody from Adam or Eve, but you should give them that respect as a human being, as an individual, as a woman or a man. You don't just come out the gate trusting people. People have to build that. You have to know who individuals are, who you're dealing with. Do handshakes match the smiles? Do actions line up with the words? To gain trust in people. So yes, my upbringing has molded me to where I am as a man. Those are some of the descriptions I feel that I have as characteristics of that man that I was molded to be and that I view a man to be. So yeah. When I hear the word man, the first thing that comes to my mind is God. As to be a man, we were created in his image. He is the creation of all man. So that's the first thing that comes to my mind when I hear the word man, is God. In my words, in my opinion, the description of a man in my eyesight, I feel like a man is everything that God created him to be. When I hear the word man, I think realness, solidness, firm, direct, serious about things in general. So I think that the word man is not to be played with. I think the word man, and when I think of a word of man, I think of going back to what I said before, the foundations of respect and the levels of respect um, that a man gets and gives. The biggest misconception that I feel when that people derive out of men or will portray on a man, and again, it's my opinion, but I feel like that is a man should carry himself as a man, nothing else. Uh, I think that misconception and missing that mark when you look at a man is a man should not mess with another man. That's me. I may offend some people, man. I got friends that are like that. I'm not homophobic, but don't get mad. I just say what God says. When I started this whole conversation off, I gave reference to God. God created us to be one way only. So that misconception that I have to give, that the world gives to a man, is when he allow a man to fondle or have feelings for another man that should be given to a woman. That's it. If I had to give a youngster some advice on how to carry himself as a man, I would tell him to always be himself, to make sure that his actions, his thoughts, and his deliverance lines up with the intentions and the creations of God and how it should be. Stand firm on what you say, man. Mean what you say what you mean. Don't cut no corners when it comes to being that man that you feel in your heart to be. Look to real men on advice on how to be a man, or when you come across stumbling blocks that men or young boys come across in their process of growing from a boy to a man. Make sure that you are seeking the game or getting the advice from a true man, not a false man, not somebody who does other things that men should do. And I'm totally off that subject with the sexual thing. I'm just going off of ways of people. I don't get into no business that's not mine. Mind your business. If it's a situation going on and it revolves around somebody else, be straightforward. Take your problems or your concerns directly to the individuals, man. Keep folks out your business. Again, mind your business. Treat people how they should be treated. Giving respect, demanding it back in a receiving way. Standing firm in the dirt, man. Planting your feet somewhere and standing firm on solid grounds. Make sure that you govern yourselves accordingly, and look again back to what I said at the beginning. Seeking advice, seeking tools to build your own leadership and structure from other real men who may be older or been around and got that game of wisdom and advice that they could give you. I once heard an older guy say that an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. I tell my kids all the time, man, 2 things in the world don't cost you nothing. And there ain't many things that's free. You can't go to church and get the word free. You surely can't go into Walmart, no matter how thirsty you are, how broke you are, simultaneously, and go get you a bottle of water. You can't. So those 2 things being to listen and to ask. Don't hesitate to ask. Don't hesitate to seek the information, because it's out there. There are people that are willing to lead you the right way, but there also The ones that will portray as the sheep with the wool, or the wolves with the sheep clothing on it, however they say it. But trickery and all of that stuff is real. Just make sure you follow in the footsteps and the foundation of other real men. And that's it.